Welcome to the CCN News Desk. Today we're talking about concealed carry, firearms, and reciprocity laws in Indiana. Indiana, home to the Indy 500. Now hey guys, remember, this is not legal advice. Please consult your state's official government website prior to acting on anything stated in this broadcast. And as always, for the most up-to-date information, please visit Indiana's reciprocity map on concealedcoalition.com. Let's kick it off with our first question. Kate?
Does Indiana allow open carry of guns? Yes, Indiana sets a minimum age of 18 for open carry, and you must be in possession of an LTCH. Is concealed carry legal in Indiana? Yes, concealed carry is legal under the same requirements as open carry. How difficult is it to obtain a carry permit in Indiana? Indiana is what's referred to as a shall issue state. In shall issue states, applicants who meet the basic requirements set by the issuing authority are issued a permit, meaning the applicants cannot be denied a permit as long as they meet the criteria.
Can you carry a concealed handgun in a vehicle in Indiana? Yes, with restrictions and with a valid concealed carry license. You must be the legal owner of the vehicle or a legal passenger. Without a license, handguns must be unloaded, not readily accessible, and secured in a case. Can you carry a concealed firearm at roadside rest areas in Indiana? Yes, you can carry a concealed firearm at roadside rest areas. Can you carry a concealed firearm in state and national parks, state and national forests, and wildlife management areas in Indiana? Yes, a person with a valid Indiana carry permit may possess a handgun in our state parks with two exceptions. It is not allowed at DNR state parks and reservoir properties on land leased from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers or at falls of the Ohio State Park. Can you carry a concealed firearm in bars and restaurants that serve alcohol in Indiana? Yes, with a license, and if the property owner hasn't prohibited it. What did the man say during the snowstorm in Indiana?
What?
Screw it, I'm mowing.
You know you're from Indiana when...
When what?
When someone asks how the weather is, you either get up to physically look or say you are not sure because Indiana weather is so bipolar. How many states recognize my Indiana permit? 11 states recognize full reciprocity in Indiana, with 21 states recognizing reciprocity with restrictions in Indiana. Where can't I carry a concealed firearm in Indiana? The law prohibits concealed carry in any location prohibited by federal law, any location prohibited by state laws or regulations, private properties or private businesses where the owner has requested that firearm carriers are not welcome, courtrooms, airports, in charter or commercial aircrafts, state fairs, schools and school buses, unless a designated school resource officer or with the educational body's express permission, riverboat casinos, horse tracks, Department of Workforce Development, institution operated by Child Welfare Services ports, operated by the Indiana Port Commission, Indiana state government locations. Firearm owners must never consider any list of restriction locations to be exhaustive. Call ahead to ask about an intended location's firearm policy before visiting. What is the legal age for handgun purchase and a concealed carry permit in Indiana? The minimum age is 18 years old. Can I bring my concealed firearm to another state when I visit? Yes, Indiana shares reciprocity with 32 additional states. Please refer to concealedcoalition.com's reciprocity maps for more information.
Can you carry or possess a firearm on hotel property in Indiana? Hotels are private businesses and can set their own rules. Concealed carry licensees should always check with the hotel to clarify their position in advance. Do you have a duty to notify a police officer that you're carrying a firearm in Indiana? There's no duty to inform, but it's good and cooperative conduct to volunteer the information to a law officer without being asked. Are no weapons allowed signs enforced in Indiana? No, but concealed carry licensees must respect private property owners or business owners who request that they leave their premises. Failure to do so could constitute trespassing. Does Indiana have any red flag laws? Yes, this allows law officers and courts to potentially remove firearms from individuals deemed dangerous, even when a crime has not been committed. This can be a protracted process when enacted. Does Indiana state law define brandishing? Indiana has no set legal definition of brandishing, but there are similar actions that are deemed criminal. These include pointing a firearm at someone if you're not a law officer and being criminally reckless. Does Indiana have laws regarding carrying a concealed firearm while using alcohol or chemical substances? Nope. State law doesn't officially address this. Want some sunny, warm days for your spring break?
Yes.
Don't go to Indiana.
What is the difference between Indiana sports fans and puppies?
What?
Eventually, the puppies will grow up and stop whining so much. Can you conceal carry weapons other than handguns in Indiana with a concealed carry license? Yes, a concealed carry license in Indiana allows the carry of tasers in addition to handguns. Is it legal to own a taser or a stun gun in Indiana? Tasers may only be carried by those with a CC license. Anyone 18 or older may own a stun gun with no license necessary. Is it legal to buy or use chemical spray or pepper spray in Indiana? Indiana has no restrictions in regard to chemical spray or pepper spray. Does Indiana have magazine capacity restrictions for handguns? Indiana does not have a restriction on magazine size. Does Indiana have ammunition restrictions? Any handgun ammunition with a capacity to pierce armor is prohibited.
Does Indiana issue concealed carry licenses to non-residents? Yes, if the applicant has a place of business in Indiana or is regularly employed in-state. Does Indiana allow the public to access concealed carry registry information through public records law? There is no public access to this information. Only law enforcement can use this data. Is a permit required to purchase a handgun in Indiana? Indiana does not require a permit to purchase a firearm. Are background checks required for private gun sales in Indiana? No. Private firearms transfers are not subject to a background check requirement, although federal and state purchaser prohibitions, including age restrictions, still apply. Do handguns need to be registered in Indiana? There is no legal requirement to register firearms in Indiana. What is the minimum age to possess and transport a handgun in Indiana? 18 years old.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today. Thanks for tuning into CCN, your Concealed Coalition Network, helping you protect what matters most. I'm Kate.
And I'm Sam.
And remember to be a guardian always and a warrior when needed.